What's going on YouTube, and welcome back once again for the channel. And in this video I'm going to be ranking all 32 NFL teams uniforms. Make sure to subscribe and sack that like button. So the critique for this is going to be basically everything that goes into a uniform: the team's logo, the helmet, the jersey, and the pants. I'm not taking into account team name obviously, but I am taking into account how does the uniform represent the team name and represent the area that they play in. But yeah, so let's begin. Coming in at number 32, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are a very hard team to watch play in real life, not only because of how bad they are, but also because of their really bad uniform. The Jaguars kind of, their uniform leaves a lot to be desired. It's not the best color scheme with the barf green color and then the black helmet. They need an overhaul, but at least they don't have those half burgundy, half gold, half bronze, and then half black helmets anymore. Those were terrible. But it is funny how the team that's been the worst team in the NFL over the last couple of years is also probably the team with the worst uniform in the NFL. Coming in at number 31, this may be an unpopular opinion, the Seattle Seahawks. I've never been a fan of the Seahawks uniform. I don't really like that bird on there. I don't really like the all-out blue, pretty dark blue pretty much. And when they wear those green color rush jerseys, it's just hard to look at. Coming in at number 30, the Panthers uniform. Black and silver isn't and baby blue isn't a bad combo, but for whatever reason, I feel like their overall uniform and thing just does not really match well. Like, Panthers, like they should have a black helmet. I think what could help them out is if they do a black helmet with a baby blue jersey as their official uniform. Coming in at number 29, the Bangles. I like the update they did to their uniforms 2 years ago. They look a little bit more fresh and clean now, but I still really don't like the helmet. I just don't like the stripes, and I get that that's the theme of the team, a Bengal, but those stripes just really don't look good in my opinion. Coming in at number 28, the Miami Dolphins. Never been a fan of their uniform, pretty much all out white or white and with those barf green pants. Not a fan of those. Coming in at number 27, the Indianapolis Colts uniform. Their uniform isn't all that bad, and remember, these teams that are low, it doesn't mean their uniform is bad, but they're bad compared to other NFL teams' uniforms. The Colts uniform isn't all that bad, though. The blue jersey looks pretty nice. The white helmet with the Colt leaves a little bit to be desired, but overall it's not bad. Coming in at number 26, the Houston Texans uniform. I think it's not a bad uniform. Some people call this the worst uniform in the NFL. I don't think it's that bad. Coming in at number 25, the new Washington Commanders uniform. I think, with the big W on their logo, it almost looks a little bit goofy, but overall the uniforms aren't all that bad. Coming in at number 24, the Baltimore Ravens uniform. I've never been a fan of them. I'm not a big fan of these darker uniforms. I like these bright colored uniforms more, but I'm not really a fan of the Ravens logo either. Coming in at number 23, the Eagles. The Eagles is I like the Eagles classic uniform more. I like the light green that they used to wear, but the darker green, I don't really like it as much. Coming in at number 22, the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers uniform before the uniform change they made a couple of years ago was terrible. The one they used throughout most of the 2010s, it was terrible with the kind of the orange stripe and then the dark brown shoulders. That just looked terrible. Now it's pretty much mainly red, which makes it look a little bit more, clean and fresh. So that does help, but overall I still don't really like them that much. And their original uniforms, which they're going to be going back to starting the season after next season, those are very ugly in my opinion. Coming in at number 21, the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions uniform, it's actually a pretty cool helmet. I like the helmet, even though it's very basic. But the jerseys, could be a little bit more creative, with the name lion. Blue just isn't the color that comes to mind when I think of a lion. But Coming in at number 20, the Saints. The Saints uniform is pretty nice in my opinion. I like the bronze helmet with that logo, and I like the all-out black, but I do think they could use with the bronze maybe even a brighter color for the bronze, and then slightly when they're wearing the away jerseys, how they do sometimes the color rush, maybe make those bronze stripes a little bit brighter. I think that would do some good for them. Number 19, the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns uniform is as basic as it can get, but it almost looks good on them because, they don't have an actual logo on their helmet. It's their official logo is just the orange helmet, so they wear their logos literally every game. And the brown jerseys, they had a update on their uniforms a couple of years ago, as a lot of teams did, but I think they look better now, and they're not bad. Coming in at number 18, Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears uniforms, one of the more classic uniforms in the NFL. A pretty basic uniform, but still a very cool uniform even in modern day. Coming in at number 17, the New York Jets. The New York Jets uniform back before the change they did 2 years ago, or I mean this past season, was terrible. I hated the white helmet with the oval jet stain. I hated that uniform. That uniform, I never liked it. If it was that, I would have it probably in the high 20s or early 30s in the rankings. But the original uniform they wore was that one that I don't like. But then they switched to the green one, and then they went back to the original, and now they're back to the green one. I like the all-out green one more. It just looks better with the green, and then the green helmet and the green jersey, and then the Jets across the helmet. That looks way better than the other one in my opinion. Coming in at number 16, the Packers. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I really don't like the Packers color scheme too much. It reminds me a little bit of boogers, if you ask me. The green and the gold, and then they got that big ass G on their profile, on their on their helmet. It just doesn't it's a cool uniform because of how classic it is, but it doesn't really fit in against today's modern uniforms in my opinion. Coming in at number 15, the Arizona Cardinals. I like the Arizona Cardinals jersey, and I like pretty much everything about their uniform, and I like the logo of the little cardinal, but I do think they could do more with the color of their helmet instead of it just being white. They could make that red as well, or maybe a dark red, or maybe even a full out black. That would look very cool in my opinion. Then, coming in at number 14, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Atlanta Falcons' new uniforms that now are 2 years old, for whatever reason, get a lot of hate, but I think they almost look even better than the ones they had before. The ones they had before look good, but these new ones, they have a cooler, they're a little bit more edgy than the other ones, and they look nice. I like the red, how the red goes, and then the black kind of at the bottom as if the red fades away. That one they use a lot, but they also use the full out black ones. I like them all. I've always liked the Falcons uniforms, but my favorite Falcons uniform all time was the red helmet with the black jerseys. They've kind of inverted that in recent years, but imagine this combo, which they've never done. The red helmets with the Falcon, but then the red jerseys with the black at the bottom as the red is fading away. That would be an awesome combination. Coming in at number 13, the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Tennessee Titans really don't have an official uniform. They switch a lot between a lot of them. I never was a big fan of the white helmet, but I like the dark blue helmet that they have now. And, the one that the jersey that I think matches the best with that is the baby blue one. I think when they do all dark blue, it doesn't look as nice. It's still nice, but not as nice. But the baby blue one is what does it for me, and they wear those both kind of equally, the same amount. And those baby blue ones just look really good with the dark blue helmet. Coming in at number 12, the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders with their classic silver and black. That logo is pretty. It's a good name for that area. The Raiders, and it does match well, the black and silver with that. Coming in at number 11, the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings, the all-out purple is very cool in my opinion. Not all out purple, but the white pants, but the purple jersey and the purple helmet. I do like that for them. Coming in at number 10, the Denver Broncos. Now, the Denver Broncos, I'm not referring to the old jerseys. I'm not even referring to the all black jerseys. I'm referring to today's. But I do like the other ones still. But the ones of today I still think are pretty darn cool looking. The orange jersey with the Broncos still there on the helmet. I think they could. I would like to see the dark blue jerseys with the baby blue older helmet that they used to wear. That would be an interesting combination. Coming in at number 9, the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots uniform, I like the current one, even though some people seem to not like the Patriot logo. They think it's goofy looking, and they say it looks like a shark or something like that, or a fish. But I like the overall color scheme. They had an update to their uniforms a couple of years ago, and I think the name Patriots really fits well with that, New England area. And New England consists of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. And all those places, back a long time ago, when people from England came over and kind of, resettled in New England. They called it the New England because they escaped England, where there was religious persecution, and you could call those people patriots, where they kind of came and settled here and held their ground here. So pretty interesting name, and it fits that area well, along with the logo and the uniform. Coming in at number 8, the Steelers. Told that story of how Art Rooney, how the Steelers ended up with just one logo on one side of the helmet. Funny story there. Classic uniform, good looking uniform as well. Coming in at number 7, the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have one of the more simple logos in the NFL, but also classic and good looking, and the uniforms they have are awesome as well with the jerseys. Coming in at number 6, the LA Rams. I like the LA Rams older uniforms, the original ones they used, and they kind of went back to them up until recently, and now they're back to now they're kind of have a new one. I didn't like the St. Louis colors. I never really liked those, but I like the current ones they're using now, and the original ones. But the ones I like the most of them all are the ones they're using now, with the yellow pants and the white or blue jersey with that colorful helmet. Coming in at number 5, the Buffalo Bills. I'm talking about the current Bills uniform, obviously. I think that Buffalo is very cool looking on the helmet, and the color scheme with the blue and the red looks very awesome. Coming in at number 4, the New York Giants. The NY just stands for New York, and the way the NY is, designed, it just looks very cool on the blue, and blue is such a good uniform for the state of New York, kind of that state's, their official color, if you will. And the name Giants fits that area. It fits New York really well because all the large buildings that are known in New York, so they're called the Giants because of those giant buildings. So that's pretty cool. Coming in at number 3, the Los Angeles Chargers. I've always been a fan of the Chargers uniform, whether it's the one they were using for a long time or now the one they're currently using. I like it when they wear those yellow pants with the white, and then the Charger strike on their shoulders, and then the Charger helmet, obviously. I really like those uniforms. Coming in at number 2, the San Francisco 49ers uniform. I really like the gold helmet with the SF and the scarlet jersey with the gold pants. Very classic uniform, awesome uniform, and fits that area well, the gold color, because that's where the gold rush was. Everyone rushed to west back in the day, thinking that there was gold in that area. So that's why it was called the Gold Rush, and that's kind of where the 49ers got their name. And then coming in at number 1, I got my Kansas City Chiefs. Sure, I'm a little bit biased, but ranking team uniforms can be a little subjective. And the Chiefs uniform truly is my favorite uniform. My favorite color is red, And I love how the yellow mixes in well with the Chiefs uniform, and you know, the arrowhead logo is just completely badass. And my favorite is the away uniforms for the Chiefs when they wear the white jerseys with the red pants. I like that. I feel like it's a perfect balance between the red, yellow, and white. Chiefs uniform is the best in the NFL, in my opinion. Comment down below what you guys think of my list, but other than that, I will see you guys next time.